Do these franchise owners not have any say in where their business will be located? Walk me through that process and what the suit alleges.
They have little to no say in that process. First of all, you have to look at the history of McDonald's. When in 1969, blacks basically had to revolt to get their first franchise. So grudgingly after that, McDonald's started to give some franchises to blacks where they decided to give them. And they were primarily in black neighborhoods, low-income neighborhoods, ghettos, tough areas. Over the next decade and a half, it became apparent that that was a problem. Blacks approached McDonald's through the National Black McDonald's Owners Association with these beefs. McDonald's in the 90s acknowledged these problems, and they entered into a parity agreement that they announced publicly in the late 90s, in 98. At that point, in 1998, there were 377 black franchisees that owned hundreds of stores. Today, there's 186 black franchisees. That's been cut in half over the last 22 years. At the same time, the number of franchises worldwide for McDonald's has more than doubled, almost tripled.
Jim, is this an example, in your estimation, that the corporation is out of touch, or do you just think that they're doing enough? We know the CEO has said to our Jim Cramer here that the company has probably created more millionaires than any other corporation on the planet. And if that is true, is that enough, or should they be doing more? We also know that black customers make up about 1/5 of the chain's U.S. revenue. So do you think they're out of touch, or do they just need to do more?
Well, they're either out of touch or it's knowingly false, because it's definitely a false statement. When they made that statement, it was June, and it was on Mad Money with Cramer. And I saw that. And 2 weeks before that, I'd given them a draft of the complaint that we filed just yesterday. So they're aware of that, and they went on a PR campaign. And just think about that statement. In the history of McDonald's, there's maybe been a total of 600 black franchisees. And to say that they've made more black millionaires than probably any company on the planet is patently false. I mean, just you can think of NBA, NFL, even the Dallas Cowboys alone with the NFL has made more black millionaires than McDonald's. That's a patently false statement. And then recently on Bloomberg, the CEO, same CEO who came into office in November, said that they've got a decades-long history, going back 5 decades of doing the right thing. And what I just talked about is well documented. What happened in '69, what went on in the '80s, into the '90s when they announced their parity agreement and acknowledged their problems. And unfortunately, they did nothing other than decrease the number of black owners over the last 22 years.